3D modeling has always been one of those skills with this massive barrier to entry. You want a 3D asset for a game or a product mockup, for 3D printing, for a website, and your options are either to spend months learning Blender or to pay someone hundreds or thousands of dollars for a relatively simple task if you had that knowledge. Now, AI has been chipping away at that whole set of problems for a minute now, but that missing piece to date has been the output looks good when AI does it, but when you actually try and translate that AI 3D output into a real commercial workflow, like prep it for 3D printing or import it into a game engine, then that kind of mesh just doesn't work well. And then you have to spend hours cleaning it up manually, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose of using AI to save you time in the first place. But that may have changed, and in this video there are two massive upgrades from a company called Tripo AI. You have the model H3.1 for ultra high fidelity generation, and then a brand new mode called Smart Mesh that generates commercial workflow ready topology in a few seconds, basically. So the combination of those two models, I think, is a step forward in this field. This is also a genre that we haven't explored yet on this channel at all, and we look at a lot of AI tools. So I think you're going to find this one interesting whether you work in the 3D field or whether you don't, but now you can because of these tools. This was a fun one for me. I hope you enjoyed it as well, and that in mind, let's get into the video. So at a high level, if you aren't familiar, Tripo AI is a AI-powered 3D modeling platform. So you give it a image or a text prompt, and it generates a 3D model. And those are detailed, textured, fully production-ready assets, not like some kind of rendering. And to my knowledge, this is one of the most popular platforms for this in the world. They have something like 6.5 million users. And you want the high-fidelity stuff, you want extremely complex, say, visuals or geometry, go for H3.1. You want something a little faster, a little rougher, you can go for Smart Mesh. And that said, now I want to jump into my computer and demo both of those for you. And guys, again, because you are watching this, you can get an extra 500 free credits on top of the standard 300 free credits if you go ahead and sign up. So that is completely free, zero risk, 800 free credits in total if you want to just give it a spin. And if you do want to upgrade to the Pro plan, you can get 60% off your first month with this link on the screen. But again, if this stuff interests you, just use those 800 free credits and give it a test drive. Want to, no worries at all, and that in mind, let's get into my computer. Okay, so here we are in the homepage of Tripo. This is at studio.tripo3d.ai. Now overall, this is a pretty intuitive dashboard. You have your standard AI setup like you're used to, where you can just talk and describe what it is that you want, only in this case you get actual 3D models, which is epic, and we can see a gallery of different models that have been created here for a whole set of different use cases. And what I want to jump into first is that high fidelity generation. What we can do, we can click on 3D Workspace, and then we can see both those updates or those models I just mentioned. So the HD model and then the Smart Mesh. So I'm going to click on high detail model. If you have used Blender or any 3D tools before, you'll be very used to this XYZ coordinate system. If not, no worries. You'll see how it works. It's super simple. And there's a few different options here. We have to create a high detail model. We can upload a reference image. That's what we're going to start out with. We can also just describe what it is that we want. We can also upload batch images. We can upload 10 different reference images, or up to 10 that can be used to create the model. Or if we want something like a, I don't know, let's say a car, we can upload a front, left, right, and back image of the car so the model can better contextually understand what the thing it's trying to make looks like. So now, as an example here, what I've done is I've found an image of a washing machine. I'm just going to save this as, and then we're going to go image to model right here, and I'm going to drag this image in. I'm going to leave make image better on. We'll go ultra quality for the mesh, and then under model, we're going to stick with the newest one that is V3.1. And with that in mind, let's click generate and see what this thing looks like. Also, let me just say, I love this little animation here where I can hover the key. This is incredibly satisfying. I'm not sure you can feel it through the screen, but you've got to try this at some point. Now we can see the shape of the machine start to materialize. Also keep in mind we can move around this so you can start to see what that general shape looks like. Now while this is wrapping up the generation, also right here we can click and see in an environment settings panel. What that lets you do is just control what the environment looks like, which the model is placed in. So studio, night, interior, forest, you get the idea, and you can play around with that in that little portal. Also, what's really fun here, we can zoom all the way in and we can see the particle effects here. So again, I mean, this is just very aesthetically pleasing while it generates. Okay, and here is the finished model. We can see this is a extremely high quality render based on that image. We can even zoom in here and see all the various parts, what that modeling actually looks like, and that goes all the way through to the construction of the washing machine. And this again is what it looks like on the outside, and this is exactly what you would need for a game render if you wanted a corporate product render that you can use for all kinds of things. There we go, and that took about a minute. Now to play around with that as well, I can click normal. We can get some different views there: cartoon style, sketch style, hologram style. That is epic. Let's go back to unlit. And then in terms of export options, right, this is where that second component of the actual options for integration into commercial workflows come in. You can export basically in every format that is going to be critical for you in whatever application you want this model for, and you can do that with 4K texture resolution. So there you go. That is starting with an image and going into a high fidelity model. And let's try something else as well. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go text to model, and I'm going to give it this prompt: a futuristic robot with articulated limbs, metallic blue-white armor plating, and the glowing energy core for its chest. Now under texture settings, I have 4K turned on. Let's go ahead and just see what text to model can do as well. And here we can start to see that same shape appear for our robot. And it looks like the generation is just about done. Let's see what this looks like. And here we go. So it looks like a little transformer, and this follows our prompt exactly with the limbs, the metallic kind of plating, and the energy core there in the chest. We can go ahead and zoom in on what this looks like right here. And again, let's go to the hologram style because I kind of love what that looks like. And now what I really once more want to emphasize here is that this is a full model. So if you export it in these formats, you can send to Blender, you can send to Unity or Unreal, and then you can make them do things. If you want them in a ad to jump around and do something, if you want them on some kind of visual for your website homepage, whatever it is, you can go ahead and make that happen. And you can do that for professional use cases. If you want your logo to be animated, we'll do that in a second. This is basically one very good way of doing that. But first, what I want to do is something which is fun, which is we just looked at the HD model, right? I want to transition to Smart Mesh. Now, I already introduced that, but to visually show you the difference here, I'm going to plug in the same exact image from before, but now we'll use Smart Mesh as opposed to this other model. I'm going to leave it on triangle to preserve more details. I'll leave poly count as such. We'll click generate and just watch how fast this is. This is real time. We're not going to skip anywhere. And this is a literally, 2 to 5 seconds render, which is pretty epic. And so this is, if you want a much more simplified, much faster workflow, we were able to construct that. Again, that was not cut. We were able to construct this in sub 10 seconds, soup to nuts. And so there we can go ahead and see the render and what that looks like on the interior as well. So it's definitely less complex than the other one, but if you want to prototype, if you want to visualize, this is how you do that with production commercial quality grade models. And now I want to do that for a logo. Let's search logo on here. Ooh, this is actually a nice one. I like this. So let's say you have your logo and you want some kind of a 3D version of it, which you can plug into a website animation. We're going to save that screenshot. We're going to delete this. We're going to plug it into our Smart Mesh model. Let's click generate, and I'm going to count down. I'll count up actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. there we go. Here is a 3D version of our model, which looks epic. Like, honestly, again, I would rather spend 2 seconds on this than 10 minutes on the HD model. And let's do this one more time. I want to pull an image of a Porsche, so something definitely larger than what we've looked at so far. We'll delete this, we'll plug this back in, and let's see what that looks like. And here is the result. We can see our car with the triangle base design. Looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and click on texture here as well. Then under texture style, let's click on Mecha Pop. We're going to keep 4K on, and I'm going to generate a texture layer for this. This is going to be fun because this is not a traditional Porsche wrap, that's for sure. Okay, and here we can see one wrap on the car using that Mecha Pop kind of style here. And that's the first of a series of kind of complementary tools, so beyond the base models that I want to show you, which are other parts of that 3D modeling workflow that are housed directly within the platform. So what we did, we generated the model, we added a texture style. Again, if we want to export, we could do that in this little portal right here. But I'm also going to click on edit right here. I can go ahead and edit the image directly. So let me just click generate preview, and we can get a preview of another texture then to add to the car. And then here's a preview of what that could look like with the car in that angle. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. Let's get a nice aesthetic car angle here. We're going to let that generate. And so, for example, if I wanted the car to look like this, then that texture is being generated, and then I can reapply it to the vehicle. So if you want to change how things look directly within the platform, that's how you do that. We can also click Animate, which is pretty cool. Now, I do also want to show you guys what rigging a human looks like. So that's if you want to animate, say, a character for your website, or you want something to actually move around, say, for a short form video or animated series. So let's go ahead and say, create a human wearing a suit, standing straight with arms out, just something basic, and you can do this from a image of your choice if you have, say, a mascot or something like that as well. Okay, now let's go ahead on this image generated with NanoBanana 2. I'll click Generate 3D and Smart Topology Mesh. We'll go ahead and click Generate Model. Now I will go to Animate. We have two models. We have animals and humanoid. I will click on humanoid and then auto rig. Then I will add a texture style. Let's click Generate. Okay, now we have the textured human that looks very realistic right here. We'll go into the Animate tab. Now we have two models. We have good for animals and good for humanoid. Let's go ahead and keep this on the 1.0. And I'll click auto rig. And that is done. Let's go ahead and turn on the skeleton. And now here, we can see the arms, the body, the legs. So this is everything that we can go ahead and then animate. For example, I can go ahead to agree. And now I'll press on agree, and we can see our model go ahead and move. Let's click on box, and here we can see the boxing. So whatever kind of animations you want your character to do, you can go ahead and do it like so. And so there we go. If we think about how to put all of this together, essentially, if you want anything where the visual is the end goal, you're going to start by building that with the HD model. If you want something that's fast, if you want to optimize for performance, or you want to conceptualize, then you work with the smart mesh model. And then you start to work with some of those accessory features we looked at, where you can edit, you can add textures, you can export, and that's how you get to that final stage of your model being ready for production, for being used on your website, in your game, in your application, just out there in the world. And that, in sum, is Tripo and the next generation of 3D modeling built with AI. So there you go. That is Tripo AI in the first review of an AI 3D modeling platform and update that we've ever done on this channel. So again, at least my impression here is this is super cool and actually really useful, because I think 3D modeling is one of those areas where a lot of people outside of this space don't engage with it because of the lack of technical expertise or knowledge. But AI being able to do this is, I think, just an unlock that really opens up the technology to more people. Now, that in mind, again, if you do want to sign up as a free user and you want to support the channel, you can do that in the description. You'll get an extra 500 credits. And if you do want to upgrade to a paid plan, the link in the description or on the screen right now will get you 60% off. That's a pretty big discount. So if this is valuable for you, I hope it helps you out. And regardless, I appreciate your time in being here, and I will see you in the next one.